It's 3 and 4. The battle is on. It's going to be too close to call side by side. Long Joe gets it. Oh, we got contact. We got flips. We got big wrecks here. Going back to the front because we're racing back to the line.
William Page with the victory.
Looking for second here.
Busa's gonna.
Oh, he's going to use that apron.
He's going to use the apron.
They're going to be side by side. Coming off the corner. Boy, back to the inside. It's going to be a drag race to the line. Musa gets it.
Tom Musa, where did he come from?
Boyer trying to close the gap. He's going to get to the bumper. Oh, just barely did not make it. And coming off of turn 4, Jeff Sikenis is going to win it at Dover.
Before I wrap things up here in this segment, your thoughts on the type of race we're going to see tonight? And I would have to agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to tonight's feature presentation of the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series here from the Watkins Glen International Road Course in beautiful upstate New York. As always, I'm your host, JoeTowNetwork, and last night, a man that is unlike any other joined me up here in the booth, and tonight, a fella who needs no introduction is joining me here in the booth. Say hello to Mr. Ricky Colette.
Hi there, Joe. Glad to be back for some road course racing. Feels like it's been a while since I've seen a good old Watkins Glen race, so I'm glad to be able to make the trek on this one. Gonna be a fun night here. Got a pretty big field, some road course ringers, your classic
Classic road
setup
course.
for a fun race.
Set up for a fun race indeed, and of course this is our Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series race preview presented by our friends at CircuitDiecast.com. Make sure to use code JTN at checkout for free shipping on your order of $20 or more. Just like last night with the Truck Series, folks, we're going for 36 laps around this 2.45 mile road course. 70-degree weather on the night, so it's going to be a nice day here in Watkins Glen for these drivers. Not going to have to battle those conditions. They're not too adverse, really picturesque racing conditions, aren't they, Ricky?
Yeah, definitely. It's a little cooler out, 70 degrees, not too slick of a racetrack, and have plenty of grip in it. This track, I think it's the older surface of the Glen, so you're going to kind of need some of that. You're going to need all the grip you can here. This place is fast, but it's very loose. You're really slinging the rear end out through a lot of different sections of this course to pick up speed. So anything to give you a little bit of added stability is always a bonus.
A little bit of added stability, always a bonus. And got a bunch of stability here on JTN. Thanks to all of our fans tuning in so far tonight. Allie Raymond at the start where we went live, as well as Tiny Person. So welcome, folks. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday evening. Ready to go racing here in, what did you say, 5-10 minutes, give or take. So it's going to be a great night, and you're not going to want to miss a second of the action. So you're going to want to make sure you keep your phone, your tablet, your computer, your smart TV, whatever you're watching us on, you want to keep it right here on the JTN YouTube. You don't want to miss a second of any of the racing action. And also, if you don't want to miss any of the other content coming out, I mean, we've got plenty of races coming up, Ricky. We got plenty of other videos, Fake Racers Podcast. Not having an episode this week, but we'll have one again following week. You want to make sure you're subscribed here right on YouTube. So if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. Smash the like button, too, on the video. That helps us so much. And again, thank you so much to all the folks out there for helping us get to 650 subscribers here. YouTube.com/JoeTowNetwork.
Look here, Joe. Still waiting for qualifying to run out as we are about a minute and a half left. Starting to get some times popping in, so be pretty quick here.
A pretty quick one there.
Just one lap, a one and done kind of affair here at Watkins Glen for qualifying session. So we got starting to get a little bit of a picture, but just got another minute left here for all the results to start coming in, and we'll get you a starting lineup here very shortly.
There's a we kind of saw in opening practice, we saw there's a group of 5 that were within a second or so of each other, and then there was the rest of the field that was all within a second of each other in practice. Do you think that's going to kind of continue throughout the race? And it's looking like it's continuing here in qualifying.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Watkins Glen is definitely a track that, obviously anywhere you go, you want a good setup, and a setup's definitely going to make the car much easier to drive fast. But a lot of things about road courses with hitting your marks, consistency, breaking points, all this stuff. It all compounds on itself so much that the driver really is just such an imperative tool to how fast the car can be, almost regardless of setup sometimes. So these guys out here driving a shoebox and they'd still be fast with it. There's certain things that you just don't really forget. So I think some of these guys that are running times closer to each other, like I said, we had a lot in the 1 minute 10-second range that were close together. We had a few in the 1:12 that were close together. I think they'll probably stay close together during the race. I don't expect that to deviate a whole ton unless people are sandbagging out there in practice.
Why would they sandbag in practice, Ricky? I mean, come on. That's just...
Oh, don't show your hand too quick,
Don't show your hand too quick. See the guy that's on the pole. It's Brandon Hawken in the 99. Ricky, you want to take us through to the rest of tonight's starting lineup?
All right, with pleasure. You kind of stole my thunder, but all right, we'll move on past that. For tonight's starting lineup here, Watkins Glen. 15 cars tonight for this event. Solid field for a road course. 10 of those 15 took a time in qualifying. Starting on pole, as you mentioned, is the 99 Toyota of Brandon Hawken at a time of 1 minute 9 seconds and 9.463 seconds. Got to get used to saying the minute. So I'm used to the second ... Okay, starting alongside him in the front row will be the 193 BSR Ricky J. Starting in third will be the 118 of Robert Bockham. BSR Magoo in the 144 will roll off fourth. BSR Greg Lovell in the 088 will start fifth. Monty Keller in the 028, will start sixth tonight. The 66 of BSR Terry Scott will roll off from the seventh position. BSR Silver Bullet will start eighth in the 4 car. The 08 machine of Jerry Cook will start from the ninth position. And the last car to take a time in qualifying, last car in the top 10 as well, will be Andrew Miller in the 86 car. The time of 1 minute 24.907 seconds.
I have to think something went wrong there on his qualifying lap.
Yep, definitely. I've had that happen quite a few times. Those qualifying laps, you just get a little too ahead of you just try to get a little too much, and then you spin out, and it takes a whole 10 seconds off the lap time. But rounding out the field, didn't take time, just went on random draw. Braid Fade in the 49 will start from the 11th spot. 12th will be the 103 of Nelly. 13th, the 9 of Zach Rogers. That's a surprise. Zach Rogers not taking a qualifying time. For the 14th position will be the 096 of BSR Chevy Chase. And starting last on the field, another interesting random draw here, the 029 of BSR Kilojoules, KJ. Been pretty fast around these parts recently, and interesting not to see him take a qualifying lap, but that's going to be a starting lineup for tonight's race at Watkins Glen.
Interesting. You talked about the 9 is Zach Rogers, 029, KJ, Chevy Chase, and that 096. Those three were our top 3 last night in the trucks. They're all starting out back here tonight. It's going to be interesting to see how they make their way up through the field, hopefully by night's end.
Yeah, and you never know. They could be anticipating. We were talking about this beforehand, that there were a good bit of cautions last night. Maybe they're anticipating some a few mulligans to sort of sneak their way through the field on pit road. Maybe they think it's better to be starting in the back, get a feel for how the field's going to be to maneuver through. There's so many things at once these guys have to make decisions on. So to wait it out, I think they do have a play there, though.
There's that 9 of Zach Rogers, last night's winner. Might run that Red Bull Audi.
And this is gonna be an interesting night here, Joe, because I don't want to bang the drum too hard on this, because I feel like we're gonna keep coming back to it. But that 99 of Brandon Hawken, there's one avenue that you don't mess with Brandon Hawken with, and that's road courses. I've done that so many times over the years. He is just unreal when you put him on a left hand, when you give him right hand turns to make. That 99 car is going to be just fast all night. You saw his qualifying time was fast, but in the on the bright side, it doesn't seem like he's totally immortal tonight. I've definitely seen some of these other guys racing around tracks. Some of these guys like Zach Rogers and the 193 Ricky J. A lot of these guys in spitting distance of his times here. So I don't think I'm not calling it. I'm not going to call a blowout by any stretch, but because I think there's plenty of guys out here that could challenge for this. I think we just won't be able to see. It'll be a matter of seeing who can catch on to what he's doing the quickest out there on track when we get to the green flag.
Magoo writing in that he's watching. Hopefully we don't crack you up too much tonight, Magoo, while you're driving. That's never. You have a bad habit of doing that, we've been told. But yeah, Ricky, it's going to be a great night. You love coming to the road courses because here in Bomb Squad, we do this twice a year, right? It's not like this is, it's not like we're doing this 7-8 times like the NASCAR Cup Series does now. So these skills, you're going to see different names able to maybe excel a little bit more than they traditionally would on the ovals.
That is exactly correct. And, a lot of these guys, we've seen this before with some of these road courses we come to. Sometimes guys will just kind of forego them because they don't want to put up with them.
Yeah.
So it makes a good opportunity for ringers to kind of come out of the woodwork and be like, hey, who needs owners points? Or, you got open spots for this race? All right, I'm just going to slide on into the entry list on that. So
entry list looking a little thin.
And then the regulars on the circuit that figured it out, it's just a playground for them.
Remember, folks, this was your race preview presented by our friends at CircuitDiecast.com. Use code JTN at checkout for free shipping on your order of $20 or more. Here's Magoo in the 144. Had a stellar run last night. Got to talk to him after the race. 4th place finish. Looking to follow that up here tonight. Qualified 4th, so that's got to feel good that he's starting right where he left off last night.
It is. And, Joe, one thing I think we got to make sure we're keeping an eye out tonight is there's going to be a race of attrition, and I don't just mean that in regards to hitting your points because, road courses are so demanding in terms of how you just have to consistently be on the ball the entire duration of the race. You really can't slip up that much. From a mechanical standpoint, it's very much a race of attrition. We've seen this before. People blow out gears like crazy on these road courses. We saw what we did Sears Point a month or two back. It's just like it's so easy to just lose 3rd or 4th gear and then just kneecaps your entire race. You're just riding around at that point, hoping that the thing's going to be over. Or I've had it happen before with some of these races. I show up and the minute I blow out a gear, I knock it into another gear and then blow out that gear. So it's something you got to be careful about because it strikes bad and it strikes everyone. It's quite literally a random draw with no real. But with NR 2003, it is a random draw with no way of turning it off, and there's no way of really changing how it determines that. So it's, a complete toss-up every single time.
Completely random. That's probably the most frustrating thing as a driver, too. When you have one of those random failures that take you out of contention in these races, especially when you're feeling really, really good about your chances. Well, that's another story to keep our eyes on here tonight. Field lining up on the front straightaway. We'll get that lap in for you. Take you through the starting lineup one more time before we go green at the line, folks. Again, make sure if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. Can't thank you enough for tuning in here on a Thursday night.
Drivers, start your engines!
As you hear the command, get ready to go racing here from Watkins Glen. Dodge Sheriff pace car going to lead the field around this road course. Let's run you through that starting lineup one more time. Brandon Hawken and Ricky J going to make row number 1. Then it's going to be Robert Bauckham and Magoo, row number 2. Row 3 is going to be the 088 of Greg Lovell and the 028 of Monty Keller. Row 4, it's going to be Silver Bullet and the 66 of BSR Terry Scott. Row 5 is going to be the 08, Jerry Cook, and then the 86 of Andrew Miller. Row 6 is going to be comprised of the 49 of Brayton Thade and the 103 of Nelly. Zach Rogers and Chevy Chase make up row number 7. And rounding out your field tonight, all by his lonesome on the final row. It's going to be that 029 KJ Kilojoules. Starting shotgun on the field here tonight of 15. Tiny person writes in, Ricky, I'm going to let you answer the question. Got to 650 subs. Again, can't thank you folks enough for that. What's our goal by the end of the year? At 1,000, I think, is like what we want our goal to be, right? Is it?
Yeah, it was 1,000 by the end of the year. So I think
our pace kind of dropped off a little bit throughout the summer, but welcome in NASCAR 18. So we're hoping it kicks up a little bit more as the fall rolls in and have some more content coming for you. Got a new video coming out Saturday night. You're gonna want to keep your eyes peeled for that one. Talking about Hendrick Motorsports.
I don't want to have to keep eating hats here, Joe. I only have so many hats.
Right, we set the goal at 1,000. just so you know. I don't want to buy you some hats. We need JTN hats. That's what we really need.
JTN hat eating challenge.
JTN, I'll get you like a cape. It's shaped like a hat. I think that'd be a good compromise.
That would be a good compromise.
You'd have to wear it on your head first, though.
That's
so it was officially a hat.
probably not fine.
Well, we could put like some wax paper on your head.
I don't want to waste food.
You wouldn't be wasting it. You just put it on your head real quick, wear it for a couple seconds, take a picture, and then take it off.
Yo, have you ever held a cake without like the cardboard base? It just kind of caves in.
We'll make it a top hat.
You know what? I'll take that. We'll do okay. Top hat cake. Coming through the last of 2 turns to take the green flag. Brandon Hawken on that right lane. I guess you can't really call it the inside or the outside because in some turns it's the inside, some turns the outside. So on the right-hand lane, Brandon Hawken going to be starting this race.
Hey, more often than not, it will be the inside lane going into these corners. A bunch of right-handers here at Watkins Glen. Fans are on their feet, packing the house once again here tonight. Field makes their way off the final corner towards the start-finish line. Flagman has green flag in hand. Down and away we go. We're underway here from Watkins Glen for the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series presented by Voiles Trucking.
Come barreling to turn 1 here. Brandon Hawken pulling ahead on the 93 of Ricky J. Ricky's going to fall in line. You can see all these guys fan out into that runoff there, using every square inch of the track. 86 just kind of grazes it a little bit, but they all stay clean coming up here. Shouldn't speak too soon. 3 wide at the back. Zach Rogers in 86. Rogers in the 9 already starting to try to make moves.
There was a mess back there. Saw Andrew Miller in the grass through the S's, but everyone gets out clean. We head down into the bus stop.
Down to the bus stop here. Pretty single file, except at the back. A little bit of a hornet's nest, but starting to
Jerry
filter
Cook
through.
He saves it.
Silver Bullet gets very wide, saves it. Has to lock it down, keeps rolling. We stay green. AJ gets the inside of the 49 of Brain Fade. 86 going to go with him, go through the carousel. They come barreling down the straightaway here. Filter out a little bit. Guys are coming through. You can see a few guys locking it up, putting down some skid marks already on lap 1. KJ getting to the inside of the 66 of Terry Scott in the last turn here. Gonna throw it in deep. 86 tries to go with them, swings it out, almost gets into the 66. They make it by Terry Scott. Here comes, so KJ's starting to move his way up through the field. Geez, Zach Rogers a little further ahead here, passing the 08 of Cook for the 7th spot. Zach Rogers already on quite the move, so maybe this was by design. Maybe he didn't want to make it too easy. These guys didn't want to make it too easy for themselves tonight.
Already up to 7th from his 13th starting position. Right now, it's the Brandon Hawkins show. He's out front by a couple car lengths. Ricky J. holding tough there in 2nd. Robert Blockham in 3rd. Magoo there back in 4th, but he's starting to face a challenge from Greg Lovell, who's starting to close the gap for that position.
Zach Rogers really hanging it out through that bus stop, but he hangs on to it as he gets into the carousel here. Starting to try to size up that 028 of Monte Keller, trying to figure out what his next move's going to be to make the pass on that Craftsman machine when he closes this like 3-car length gap. Look a little further back though. Got quite a battle near the back. Braid Fade, the 103, and Nelly, Chevy Chase, the 096 has been kind of dogging each other here. Quite aggressively. They start to filter out. Further up, though, Zach Rogers makes a dive to the inside of the 028. Monte Keller makes a pass. That's going to be for the 6th spot. Now he's going to try sizing up Craig Lovell here in the 088. 144, Magoo hits the grass just a little bit. He's fighting with the 088. You got a big 4-car mess here in a second, Joe. You can see how much of the body's rolling in that 144 machine when he's thrown into the turn. That's a really interesting setup. It seems like he doesn't have a ton of sway bar in that machine.
Lovell takes a defensive line to try to hold off Zach Rogers into the bus stop. Like you said, a lot of guys using the grass on the exit of the bus stop as well.
Yeah, Watkins Glen's such a high-speed track. You almost kind of have to use a runoff where you can find it, and sometimes you got to make a runoff yourself. But right now you see Craig Lovell trying to hang on to that outside spot, but Zach Rogers going to the left of him. Gonna throw it in deep here, coming into the turn. 144 is going to let Rogers on by. He throws it very deep, but puts Zach Rogers up to 4th spot here. A little further back, KJ gets to the inside, the 08 to Cook.
Crosses him over.
Cross him over. They're going to be side by side here, coming down the front straightaway.
Side by side down the front straightaway. Cook has the preferred line. KJ going to have to get back in line, try to figure something else out. He dives to the bottom, going to try to outbreak him. Cook sends it down to the corner aggressively as well. Andrew Miller closing in on the battle. This is like, what, 6th, 7th?
7th. Oh, he gets to the other side. Monte Keller, that's going to help him a little bit because that's going to put the 029 in an awkward spot, trying to race around this 028. Miller gets past him as well. So they all clear the 028 and Monte Keller. Now KJ's got clear sailings on this 08. How long can he hold him off for, though? Because he's got a pretty fast piece there. So he's got enough that I think he can put KJ up to a good fight. But now the 08 is starting to rear down on Magoo here in the 144 as it comes through the carousel.
Folks, don't want you to miss a second of the action. Once we get an opportunity, we'll get that lap counter up for you. For some reason, it broke once again. Would have thought. Not me.
Oh, to Cook coming into this turn here. KJ tries to throw it in. Andrew Miller has a slam on the brakes. KJ had to check up hard for the 144. There goes Miller around 86 into the tire barrier. We'll see if we stay green here.
We do.
Stay green. Miller is off track. That is very unfortunate for Andrew Miller.
Let's see if we can't get you a replay of that one. What happens here, Ricky?
He just got into an awkward spot there. He had to slam on the brakes really hard to make sure he didn't get into the back of KJ, who could move and then got hung up. And we do have a caution on track, Joe. Well, for the night of Zach Rogers.
Replay of that incident, and it's going to be all by himself up through the S's.
I said it. You're really putting these cars on that hard edge, and it looks like Zach Rogers did that right there. He has a fast car, 4th position. It seems like when the car gets light here and he has to go from that long sweeping right-hander to the left-hander, he hits the curbing just at maybe just a little too much wheel in it, and the car just over-rotates. But the bright side, a pretty low-speed slide into that guardrail. I really don't think that 9 Audi really has any damage. I think he's just going to have to come in and get 4 fresh tires.
Doing well, Goody. See you tuning in chat. Welcome back. So we're going to get that ticker fixed for you momentarily, folks. As we're under our first caution of the night for Zach Rogers going around at the top of the S's. Brandon Hawkins, still your leader. Ricky J in second, then Robert Baucom rounding out your top 3. We're going to get that ticker fixed for you momentarily. We'll be right back here on JTN. Back here at Watkins Glen, folks, working lap 6 of 36, so a 6th of the way through the race. Say that 10 times fast, Ricky. First caution of the night, 6 laps in, everyone's going to come down the pit lane, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. You don't want to hang on to these rubber.
What?
This rubber.
Please never do that again.
Rubber.
If you're Zach Rogers in that 9, you're still okay though, right? Moderate damage is going to keep that car in good working condition.
Yeah, I think the car's still in pretty good working condition here. Just got to get some repairs just a little bit of repair on that fender. It's going to be pretty quick to do that. I don't think it's really going to hurt his aero. He just needs really tires. I think that's just a big thing, and he will be good to motor here.
I think the biggest consequence is going to be the loss of track position.
Yeah, but, you saw how fast the car is, so
Right.
he's got plenty of time to do it. If there's any time that you really want to, kind of set yourself back like that, this is probably the time to do it. 6 laps of this 36-lap race. You saw that in just 6 laps, you got all the way up to that 4th position. So he's not in a bad spot here. You just got to get some tires on that thing, get that all squared away. The big thing is it's going to be making sure he's not getting too far ahead of himself, because that car's fast, obviously, and he could definitely make some very aggressive moves out there. You just want to make sure you're not killing it, because you got to hang on to those tires for an entire run. For an entire fuel run, you got to hang on to those tires. So it's not, you're not going to be able to catch a leader if you're burning them up too much racing these guys in the back. And if the car is already running too loose, you really don't want a situation like that again later in the race where you spin it out from 4th position, and then all of a sudden you're all the way in the back again, and now you got to make your way all the way to the field. Right now, I think it's no harm done. It's a good time to have that mulligan, but it's important to note for later on that Zach Rogers at 9 probably does not want to have to deal with that later in the event.
We were running a quick pace there too. I mean, we got the green flag. We ran those 5 laps with no issues, and guys they were putting down some heaters, especially at the front. We saw Ricky J all over the back bumper still of Brandon Hawken, but was really surprised with how well everyone did those first couple laps, making, giving each other space, not running each other over. They did a great job there.
They did, absolutely. Interesting thing I'm taking a note of, just kind of looking through while we have this second, looking through these times around the place. Brandon Hawken does not have the fastest lap on track. He had his best lap was a 1 minute 11 second .155. Beat Ricky J in that second spot, 1:11.167, very close to each other. But the fastest car on track, and a note, actually, before I say that, KJ in the 029 was faster than both of them in 6th spot. They were 1:11.014, but the fastest car on track was Zach Rogers in the 9 at a 1:10.579. So like I said, I think some of these guys are going to kind of catch on to what Brandon's doing here in the 99. It's just a matter of having the time to track him down. You saw Ricky J really wasn't letting that Camry get out of his sight. He really kept him under close wraps. It was just that he couldn't get there to execute the pass. So I think, Brandon Hawkins is fast right now. I don't know if he's the fastest of the bunch, though, this evening, right now.
He's looking good.
He's looking good. I'm going to say that, and he's going to be like, what?
Ooh,
what? Ooh.
Are out front here. Is it Burrell ART or is it Burrell Art?
I think it's Burrell Art.
Okay.
Someone with more knowledge of it would have to say it. I don't want to say with certainty on anything.
I'm sure he'll be able to tell us after this one.
Yeah, I'd probably say so.
If we get the pleasure to talk with him. So we're going back green this time by. We line up like this. Brandon Hawken, Ricky J, row number 1, Robert Blockham, Greg Lovell, row 2, Jerry Cook, KJ Kilojoules, row 3, row 4 going to be Monty Keller and Magoo, row 5, BSR Terry Scott and Brain Fade, Chevy Chase and Nelly make up row number 6, row 7, rounding out your field going to be Silver Bullet in the 4, and then the 9 of Zach Rogers, who was the quickest car on track that first run. One retiree so far here tonight. Look at this camera, beautiful camera right there. One retiree out of this race so far tonight. It's the 86 Powerade Chevrolet of Andrew Miller.
Waiting here almost like the calm before the storm, waiting for this pace car to come down pit road. They just got to crawl around here doing 40 miles an hour, which, for how some of these turns are, 40 miles an hour isn't anything to sneeze at. But man, when you go for some of these big super speedways where they're pacing at like 60, 70 miles an hour, it just feels like you're at a snail's pace right now.
Snail's pace.
Nails pace.
Snail. Race car gonna make the hard right turn down the pit lane. Brandon Hawken with control here on the bottom, inside, whatever you want to call it. For turn number 1, right lane for the race start. Coming at you, coming to lap 8 of 36. Back down and away we go. Green flag once again here from Watkins Glen.
Brandon Hawken holds that lead firmly coming through turn 1 here. See KJ trying to make a big move on that outside, trying to see if he can make it work. They're all fanning out here coming off of turn 1.
Yeah, Lovell in that 088 did not get a good restart that time.
He didn't, but Robert Bacham and KJ fighting for a spot here for that third for the third position. KJ gets the inside of Bacham. They're going to be side by side. The 08 is pushing the 118 down the straightaway here into the bus stop. These guys got to be careful. If they make contact with those bumpers, they're going around. But they all make it through clean. It looks like they will. A little further back, side by side, 66 and the 08. 96. Now Zach Rogers makes a pass around Terry Scott on the 66 as well. Going through the carousel. Oh, that 08's hanging it out wide off that carousel.
These guys just they're having fun right now.
They are, but that 08's going to try sizing up Robert Bacham. Oh, you see how loose he gets. Had to hit the brakes really hard. Tried to set up the pass on Bacham. Couldn't do it. Got to do it again here.
Oh, wait, really loose on the brakes.
He does it. Look at how much that car is swinging around, Joe.
So many of these guys are just letting the rear end hang loose right now.
You know, the 08 car is sponsored by Great Clips. I think it should be sponsored by, I don't know, Crisco, Vaseline, something slick, because, man, he just... it was like he was greased up there.
He's still looking like it right now. I guess you get a lot of hair gel. Kind of slippery, slimy.
But now that KJ's got some clean air here, he's already starting to try to catch these two leaders. That's going to bring this 2-car fight possibly into a 3-car fight. But look at as they're coming through the carousel. Zach Rogers a little further back and starting to rear down on the
Robert
144 of Magoo. You can see Rogers really throwing it in deep into this bus stop. You can just tell where that car is rotating well. Gets the inside of Magoo coming through the bus stop here. Magoo's going to have to stay a lane up. Rogers is going to slip on by him. That's going to be for the 8th spot. He's going to take that.
Try to get Monty Keller down here into 10.
Yeah, you can see he's already side by side. Probably going to throw it in deep on Keller here. Can he make the pass? Yes, he does. Monty Keller goes up high, doesn't challenge him too much. So there you go. 2 birds, 1 stone. Somebody smoked the tire. It's
KJ. He's out in the tarmac.
And that car was fast, Joe. We were just talking about it.
Let's see what happened there. You had to guess. What would be your guess?
That's second to last turn there. That left-hander kind of kills you sometimes with the wheel hop. If you enter it too hard, there is a point when you're downshifting there that it'll just sort of step out on you, and that looks like that's what happened with KJ there. He went for a very long slide. Props to him to hang on to it there, but he's still loose. You can tell they probably cooked to those rear tires a little bit.
Zach Rogers looks for 5th, gonna hit it. And get on by Lovell in the 088. Now
the 08 around at the carousel. Does a 360. He is rolling. No caution. Full 360 by the 08. And now he's sitting on the top of the carousel.
Let's watch him go through this bus stop, because it all starts there. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this curb hopping.
Yeah, we said that car has been loose. And you see it there. While we're talking about that, Zach Rogers passes Robert Bacham. That's for 4th spot. So that's their... 3rd spot. So that's where Zach Rogers is right now. Zach Rogers in this 4-lap span is gone from last to 3rd on track. So
pretty impressive.
Yeah, that 9 Red Bull Audi is pretty hooked up. Audi, I'm not really sure. I don't really care. But what I do care about is that Zach Rogers has a very fast machine here tonight. And I'm thinking that starting at the back was by design. I think he's toying with these guys a little bit.
He's trying to have some fun here tonight.
I think he's trying to have some fun, you know. It's lonely up front. But, you know, Brandon Hawken, I think, sees what Rogers is doing in the back there, how quickly he's getting up through the field, because Brandon Hawken just ran a 1:10.5, one of the fastest times on track, actually beating Rogers' best lap time. So, Brandon Hawken, I think, is starting to hit a switch here. Knows that he has to stay on top of the track here. Can't let Zach Rogers reel him in, because Rogers does have a very fast piece here. If Rogers is faster, Brandon just has to manage the gap. He really doesn't have to worry about him pulling in too quick, just because of how quickly they're kind of rattling, how few laps they're running here. Field starts to thin out, so now we're kind of
now we're in that waiting game.
Yeah, back in a sane land, but Brandon Hawkins just ran a 1:10.3. He heard us talking about. He heard us talking about Zach Rogers. They heard me saying the lap times, and he was like, "Ooh, I can do one better than."
All right, you're gonna have to stop with that one. There is the top two. Now here comes Zach Rogers up the hill with the rest of the field. So a pretty big gap between those top two, and then all the way back to third.
Brandon find it funny.
He'd do one of those really nervous laughs.
Right now, he's taking off here on Ricky J. Ricky J is not actually doing a bad job at hanging on. It's just that Hawkins starting to just sort of tick away a little bit. Not by a lot, mind you. He ran a 1:10.3 last time by. Ricky J ran a 1:10.7, so Ricky J's running some very fast lap times as well right now. Meanwhile, Zach Rogers has kind of been stuck running 1:11s, so he's been very fast to get through all of these guys. But I think he's gonna need to. He might need a few laps to let these tires cool back down. You got to wonder how much he cooked them trying to get past these guys. Now he's near the front. It's just 4 fresh Goodyears, and then he could go make an attack at the leader.
I mean, it's just. I think if you're a promoter for this race tonight, I think we kind of put ourselves in those positions sometimes. When you saw that 99 on the entry list, you got worried.
You know, it's worried right now. I know that 144 Magoo's a little concerned. 0828 Monte Keller was fighting up for position, coming up through the S's, but it looks like Magoo wasn't too concerned about it because he's starting to pull back away on him as they're coming through the bus stop here.
He said, "Psych."
He said, "Psych, that's the wrong number." And you see how much he's gone through the grass there. 144 Magoo there, using every inch of the racetrack. That Camaro is flexing around so much, Joe. I'm really wondering how much sway bar they put in that thing. I almost feel like they're just trying to let it kind of throw its weight around to help it get into the turn.
Flexing around more than a can of Flex Seal.
More than a can of Flex Seal, indeed. But for right now, Magoo's going to hang on to that position. Brandon Hawkins holds lead here on Ricky J in second. Third position, still Zach Rogers. Fourth spot, Robert Bauckham, that 118. Greg Lovell in the 088's been putting up some fast times, starting to track Bauckham down here pretty quickly in that Texaco Ford Mustang, and he's going to round out our top 5 here.
Starting to close the gap on that Menard Chevy.
Talking a little bit earlier about KJ. He's now passing the 66 of Terry Scott for the 9th spot. So KJ, let those tires cool down. He's still got some speed in that car. And he's starting to make his way back up through these guys, but
Out of caution, I think it's going to be pretty hard to get back up towards the front, though.
I think you are correct.
It's a pretty
He's gonna
big
need
deficit.
some creative strategy here, or just a flat-out caution
And
to
not to
really
do what
get
he
at
just
these
did.
guys. But important thing is that he is still fast. But you see right now, Greg Lovell has been sort of slowly reeling in on Robert Bauckham. You're just getting closer and closer, but he's just been. You can just see it. It seems like Bauckham's car is maybe a little unsettled in the center in a lot of turns, which you kind of got to run this track very fast, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
You got to run this track very loose, regardless, just because it's such a fast track, like we were talking about. But it seems like there's a bit of a threshold where the car hangs out maybe just a little too much, and you can physically see it where the driver has to save it, and you almost can kind of see the car kind of lose some speed right there, and the guy behind him starts to reel in. And I think you're kind of seeing that with Robert Bauckham right now. He's at the point of, it seems like the car's scrubbing off speed just a hair every now and then, and that's letting Greg Lovell get back to him. Last time by, it seemed like Lovell was still faster, but Bauckham definitely stemmed the bleeding on that. 08 of Jerry Cook coming down pit road right now for that 13th spot. You know, he went on that slide, so coming down to get those 4 fresh tires. Joe, what are we looking at in terms of a pit window here for these guys?
He's going to be right on the ragged edge, about 20 laps on a tank of gas.
Ooh.
So he can maybe make it. He's going to have to stretch it a little bit. I don't think that's the winning strategy. I think that's just trying to gain some of that track position back, because if you get a caution, I mean, this is mighty early to pit. We came down on lap 6, so we can most likely get to 26. I'd want to pit as late as I can. I don't want to get caught on pit lane with a caution. Maybe if you're Ricky J, you're sitting there in second, you're not going to lose a lap if you come down pit road. Even maybe Zach Rogers in third. But if you're one of those guys further on back, you don't want to lose a lap, because if you get caught that lap down, it's going to be an insurmountable task to try to rally, get into the top 5. I don't know, Ricky. I don't know. You know what I do know? You know what I do know?
But
We have a bunch of great races upcoming here on JTN, presented by our friends at PWB Technologies. Together we're better. Of course, we're live again tomorrow night. Bomb Squad Racing Xfinity Series right here at Watkins Glen. Then the Cup Series returns next Thursday night once again from Indianapolis. We're going to take a week off while the Bomb Squad boys head on to the Irish Hills of Michigan the following week. But then on August the 26th, we're going to be back here with Bomb Squad Cup Series action from Daytona. You're not going to want to miss that one. Regular season finale. September 2nd, playoffs, chase, whatever you want to call it, at Darlington. And again, September the 2nd, Bomb Squad Cup Series. And then All-Star Racing Cup Series action from Darlington at 9:05 p.m. Eastern, September 8th. Opening up their playoffs. All those races, of course, live only on JTN.
Brandon Hawken lapping the 4-car. Silver Bullet just came back on track, 7 laps down. But Hawken holding a pretty steady lead here. I'm noticing it seems like his lap times really aren't falling off that much. A lot of these guys are starting to kind of fall into the 111s, and he's just staying at a 110, which is even faster than what he was doing on that first run. So I don't know if he put any adjustments into it, or if he had to make a self-adjustment there and just change how he was running some of the turns here. But he is or that car is doing right now, it is good on the short run, and it is good on the long run right now. Further back in the field, that 088 of Greg Lovell is trying to reel back in on Robert Bockham. Oh, the 08's around again in the bus stop.
That's going to bring out the caution.
See if that brings out a caution, and it does, Joe.
Yep. Did you replay what happened with the 08? Jerry Cook just came down the pit lane to get 4 fresh at Goodyear. It looks like it's going to be the same issue that plagued him earlier when he lost all his track position under green.
Yeah, it's tough. We were talking about that car has been very free. You can physically see how free it was, and it just seemed like when it went into the entry on the bus stop here, you could see the car wiggling, like it wasn't totally settled, and it's tough at that point. You don't know if you want to cut the course. You don't know if you want to cut that berm at all to sort of keep the speed, or if you want to tag out and just sort of let the car go further up in the bus stop so that you don't spin it. But Cook looks like he kind of committed to that rumble strip, but when he hit the top edge of it, that kind of throws the tire off the ground there, it really just his car was already upset. It just super upset it from there, and then he was just along for the ride.
Sometimes you're just along for the ride.
Sometimes you're
driver. Yep. This puts us in our window, though, to make it to the end of the race on this stop. So, if another caution doesn't come out before the end of this one, we're looking like we're going to be good to go on fuel. Going to probably want to save those tires a little bit, but this is definitely something that's going to play into the hands with the caution bunching the field up into the 193 at Ricky J and the 9 of Zach Rogers. Now they're going to get another chance at this 99 of Brandon Hawken.
Yeah, they will, but one thing, like I said, that 99 of Brandon Hawken, that car seems fast, not just on the short run, but on the long run too. His times really weren't falling off. To the credit of these other guys on track, a lot of that top 5 really weren't falling off too bad on lap times. It was just that you could see that there was, they were running 110.5s, and then now they were running 111s. Brandon Hawken went from like a 110.3 to like a 110.7, so the car wasn't falling off as much as some of these guys. He still had a ton of speed in that. He was still putting up very fast lap times. I think that the 193 and the 9 in the 118 and the 088 and the 144, these guys want a shot at Brandon Hawken. They're really going to have to strike here on this restarts when those tires are fresh and they have all of that power at their disposal. One to keep an eye out on of this whole front groupings at 9 is Zach Rogers, because we talked about it after his first spin. He was really driving it hard to make passes on people there. That second run, he had to do the same thing, but he did make pretty quick work in the field. It only took him about 4 or 5 laps to get up into that third spot, but he did have to use up those tires a lot. You have to wonder, now that he's on equal footing with these leaders, he doesn't have to, he could just focus on racing the track, putting up fast times. He doesn't have to worry about, navigating around these guys in mid-pack. how fast can he make that car? What is he leaving on the table right now for the leaders that was getting taken away with all the tire heat he was probably building up, having to throw it in deep on every turn and on the bus stop to make passes on people and heavy braking. Now he can just focus on trying to catch these guys.
Well, you're going to have to focus on how many laps are to go, too, because when we cross the line this time, we'll be halfway in this one. Making it to halfway, that's going to... I think that's what, as a race car driver, you start flipping that switch that now's the time to go.
That is definitely as he got to come to pit road. Look in chat, KJ chiming in the broadcast saying car keeps popping out of gear. So interesting development there with the 029. A little bit of a mechanical issue behind the desk, maybe? Someone with the shifter?
Sounds like it.
Sounds like it, because I didn't say it blew a gear, just said it was popping out of gear. 096, 066 almost get together here. Coming down pit road. Got to be careful not to speed here because it's a downhill pit lane. It sounds silly to say that, but a mile an hour or two can be enough to throw a black flag, and you do not want to lose a lead on a penalty.
That is, truer words have never been spoken by you, Ricky. Race off the pit road, Brandon Hawkin going to win it. Ricky J, Robert Blockham, Zach Rogers, top 4 silver bullet lap down. He will get the lucky dog and be put back on to the lead lap. Welcome, Aussie Bill. Glad to see you're tuning in.
Interesting enough, Robert Bockham got back on by Zach Rogers there, so that's going to kind of split these guys up. Now, Rogers is going to be in that second row, so he's still going to have a good shot at the leader. It's just going to be a matter of what kind of land rush they're going to get coming into turn one here.
Still his best restart position of the night, so. AJ going to be lining up there. Sixth, too, it looks like, in that 029, so we're grouping these fast cars back together towards the front. You think the spread's going to be as large as it was last time on that green flag run, as we're going to go green this time at the line?
Yeah, I think so.
You think it is going to get spread out like that?
Yeah, I think it's going to spread out again. You kind of see it. These guys start to really quickly, the tires start to kick in, and I think you kind of see where the setup's come into it.
Yep. So Silver Bullet back on the lead lap. Jerry Cook still... I believe he'll still be down 1. You line up like this on the restart. Brandon Hawkin and Ricky J making up row number 1. Row 2, Robert Blockham, Zach Rogers. Row 3, the 088 of Greg Lovell and the 029, KJ Kilojoules. Monty Keller and Magoo make up row number 4. Row 5, Chevy Chase and BSR Terry Scott. Row 6 going to be Nelly in the 103 and the 49 of Brain Fade. Then Silver Bullet and Jerry Cook rounding out your field of 14 drivers remaining. 1 retiree, the 86 of Andrew Miller. Folks, if you're tuning in, you gotta hit that like button, folks. You gotta hit that like button if you haven't already. It helps support us so much. It helps us more than you'd ever know with getting these live streams, videos, whatever it may be, distributed to more people. So make sure you hit that like button. Help support us here on JTN. It's completely free to do, just like subscribing. So can't thank you enough for doing that for us, as you always do, tuning in force here tonight for the Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series from Watkins Glen. Goal is always to kind of guilt trip them into hitting the like button, Ricky. That's the goal. If we get this video to 20 likes, Bristol gets a special bag of treats. I go to the store tomorrow. How about that? I think that's a pretty good goal.
That's a pretty good goal.
Pretty good goal. Be a friend, tell a friend. Getting ready to go back green flag racing. Hawkin with control. He'll have the right lane. The preferred line going down into turn 1. We'll see if he can get past that 193 before we get down into that corner like he did last time on the restart. Field makes their way towards the line, back down and away to go. Green flag once again from Watkins Glen.
Brandon Hawkin going to try to hang on to this lead here. You see he's throwing it in deep. He's going to try to hang on, but Ricky J's not letting him get away, but he clears the 93 here. Zach Rogers already back up in that third spot. These guys really single filing out this time as opposed to last time.
A little tamer restart here. We don't see that pretty wide up and through the S's like we did last time on the restart.
Coming up to the bus stop here, Brandon Hawkins gonna have this lead. Zach Rogers gonna be sizing up this 193 pretty quickly if he wants to make a shot at this leader. So coming through the bus stop, you see how much Ricky J's hanging it out. Zach Rogers, KJ, all doing the same thing. You can see right in the middle of that carousel there, that's where the 9's getting his speed, and then he just pulls right up to that back bumper of that 93. I don't know if he can make that pass though.
I don't know if there's enough of a discrepancy in speed there. Oh, he makes contact!
Oh, they make contact! Ricky J goes off into the sand. Oh my goodness, BSR Ricky J, and he's stuck in there, Joe. He is gonna have to burn out that clutch to get out of that sand trap.
How many sorries are being said there on the radio right now in the 9 car?
Oh my goodness, and
Get your replay.
Sure, Ricky J is not too ecstatic about that, running second all race. And that's gonna keep us green here. No one's spun, but man, you can see it. The 9 of Rogers had such a run coming down that straightaway. I think he was prepared to throw a pass, or maybe didn't anticipate where the 193's breaking point was going to be there. Just they made contact, and man, Ricky J just went all the way down into that dirt. He got very lucky he didn't get caught in the tire barrier, because that would have been all she wrote. And 66 is around. No 96 is around. This is going to be a caution.
Exit of the S's coming down the back straightaway. Let's get you a replay of what happened here between these two. Ricky J, you'll love to hear that, right?
Ricky J, yeah, absolutely. But looks like Cherry Chase having some issue getting through the S's here. Get very tight in the coming up the hill, and just starts rebounding off the guardrails. He just not able to hang on to it. He's just along for the ride there and catches Terry Scott in the 66 a little bit. Right sides, I don't think there's a lot of damage on either one. They just both went for a spin there.
Got tight. It looks like going into that left-hander. Maybe a little, or no, that right. Coming off of the left-hander, so maybe a little more weight to the right of the car. I don't know.
I don't know.
What do I know? I don't know what I've been told. Brandon Hawkins gonna be your leader. We coming down pit road to get some tires, Ricky? Face that.
Oof, that is tough. Oof. That's a tough one, man. You could come in and get tires, but how many laps will we just do there? We only did like 2.
Right.
If you're one of these guys that spun, you kind of have to.
Well, if you're Ricky J, you're coming down to get tires, right?
Yeah, beyond that, I think, man, I don't know. I don't think they really need to be honest.
Ricky J? Oh, beyond that, yeah.
Yeah, beyond Ricky J, beyond the 66. You know, beyond a lot of those guys, I don't think it's a whole, I don't think they're going to really come down if they don't need to. It's not really enough time, I think, to really justify it. We've already said it. You can make it to the end of the race here, so.
Make it to the end of the race, you say?
Yes. I say or you say? Who say? You say, me say, who says?
Who says you can't go home? Gary Cook gonna get back on the lead lap. He'll get the lucky dog. Right, he's only 1 down. Yep, he'll get back on the lead lap. Oh no, we're going radio silent here, aren't we?
I'm just waiting to see if the pace car was going to turn the lights out. But, you know, report 08 is the lucky dog, Jerry Cook. So he's going to get back on the lead lap here. So Cook had a fast car there. I think if we keep it underneath them, shouldn't be much of an issue. But Joe, look at this. They are coming down pit road. Now, does anyone stay out?
KJ thought about it, but he saw. I think he thought better of it.
They're all coming down now.
Yeah.
Now's the other big question. Do you take 4 tires? It's only 2 laps. You take 4 tires and get the reassurance on that, or do you take 2 and try to see if you can leapfrog the leader here? Because I think some of these guys are gonna have to start making these decisions on if they want to try to kind of out strategize Hawk in there in the 99
and put him in a bad spot, right? And I think
exactly.
That's probably your best strategy call right now, is to put that 99 in a bad spot here on the restart. Hope that maybe he makes a mistake, or you can hold him off. It's a lot easier to hold someone off than pass them.
Absolutely. If you can make them work for it, that's all you need to do. But a lot of these guys looking like they're taking for Ricky J overshoots his pit box, but probably not a whole huge ordeal for him since he was already at the back.
Yep. Hawkin wins the race off of pit road. Zach Rogers second. Then it's going to be KJ, Robert Blockham. Greg Level, KJ going to be, it looks like maybe he's going to the back. It looks like speeding on pit road for the 029.
That's unfortunate, but Brendan Hawkin going to have this lead. Zach Rogers now going to be in the second position. Can he make a charge on Brandon Hawkin here? He has the car to do it. He has the speed to do it. I don't know if he has a long run speed, but if he, like you said, hold out the leaders like most of the story here. You can, if you're not as fast as the leader, you can definitely make them work for it. So I think if he could get on past Hawkin, I think that's all he needs to do to at least put up a fight here for this win, as we're going to be really going green as these lights go on the pace car. Lap 24 of 36. So 13 laps to go here. Lucky number 13. Lucky restart here for Zach Rogers. We will see.
We'll see. We line up for the restart like this. Brandon Hawkins, Zach Rogers, row number 1. Then it's going to be Robert Blockham and Greg Lovell on row number 2. Mozzie, Keller, and Magoo make up row number 3. Nelly and Brainfade, row 4. Row 5 is going to be Terry Scott and Ricky J. Silver Bullet and KJ Kilojoules making up row number 6. Then Chevy Chase and Jerry Cook rounding out your field of 14 remaining here. Number 15 that started this one, Andrew Miller, your only retiree so far here tonight.
Now we just play the waiting game.
It's fun on these road courses to just wait for them to get back around, you know?
Yeah, just waiting on it.
Waiting for them.
Just waiting for them.
Going into our last set of turns. There you go back. Green flag racing here from Watkins Glen.
Coming out the last turn here, they're getting ready to go. That flag man's got the flag in the hand. Fans are up on their feet in the stands. Brandon Hawkin gonna lead them back. I kind of butchered that run, but I don't really care. They're gonna come back for the green flag right there. Here we go. 13 laps to go here at Watkins Glen.
Wonderful.
Brandon Hawkin gonna lead them into turn 1. Zach Rogers trying to hang on the outside here. He's gonna hang on. They're gonna be side by side coming up through the S's. Rogers starting to get an edge on Hawkin.
Rogers got the edge. He's gonna cut him off on entry to the S's. Zach Rogers to the lead, gets around the 99 of Brandon Hawkin.
You don't want to cut someone's nose off too many times like that.
We're slowing down. Caution.
Another caution for Ricky J in the 193. Oh, it seems like Terry Scott also involved in this.
There is. It's a mess going down into turn 1. Watch this.
Yeah, it looks like, I don't know if KJ tried to make a 3 wide or Ricky J made a 3 wide or who made a 3 wide. There, Ricky J in the middle here. Brain fade. He stays pretty clear here. I'm trying to see. It looks like Yeah, KJ has to come back onto the racing surface, just gets into Ricky, and then he catches a 66 there. He's got nowhere to go. So slow spins for all. Hopefully Ricky didn't get too much damage from hitting the tire barrier there.
We were 4 wide for a second in turn 1 at Watkins Glen.
Yeah, but man, look at that, Joe. Zach Rogers now has the lead in this event. That was like perfect timing on that pass, because as soon as he got past Brandon there, the caution came out. So Brandon Hawkins gonna have to start playing offense now. He's been playing defense the entire race. Now he's got to start making some moves on Rogers, who has a fast car. But like we said, Brandon has long run speed. But now we're getting to a point where his 10 laps going to be enough to have that long run speed kick in.
Here goes the pace car. I don't know. That's an interesting note.
This could be an interesting note.
All the drivers here tonight, racing winner going to receive a JTN t-shirt courtesy of the Bomb Squad Racing Clubhouse. Folks, if you want your very own JTN merch, you can head on over to the JTN merch store, linked in the description below. We got t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, coffee mug, or JTN merch store. Bunch of great options for you. There you see our JTN race car merch. Always looking clean. Go check it out, JTN merch store, linked in the description below. I think that was a pretty good plug for it.
That was a pretty good plug.
Yeah. We'll be going green with 10 laps remaining in this one, like you said, Ricky. I have to think no one's going to come down pit lane. They didn't last time, or they did last time. So, you have to think, got like 2-3 corners on your tires, you're not going to want to come back down.
Yeah, I don't think any of these guys are going to want to come back down, especially because that one was a short run. You don't need tires on that.
Right. Folks, make sure you hit that like button on the video. It does so much to help support us here on JTN. Also, if you haven't, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Just got over 650 subs, or 650 subs, I should say. Appreciate your guys' help and support here on JTN. All you do for us, watching these videos throughout the week. We got the best sim racing on the web right here on JTN.
Every time they get to this section of the track, I think we run out of things to say, and we're just sort of like, eh.
Yeah. No, I'm just... Folks, we got more racing coming at you tomorrow night. We're going to be back here at Watkins Glen with the Bomb Squad National Xfinity Series. Those Xfinity-style cars. Right here, same time, same place, Friday night, 9:05 p.m. Eastern Time for coverage of that one. You're not going to want to miss it. And we'll be back next Thursday from Indianapolis with the Bomb Squad Cup Series. Don't want to miss that one either. And all the races live here on JTN. Also have a great back catalog of live broadcasts from the last year. Ricky, right now we're on pace, or at least we have scheduled for the year, 108 live broadcasts.
Oh, my goodness.
And, I mean, more come in every day. So, folks, if you got an online NR 2003 league, you're looking for a broadcaster, look no further, JTN. Contact us. You can contact us on our Facebook or email us at JoeTowNetwork. JoeTowNetwork at gmail.com. It's also on our YouTube About page where you can find that email. I think we'll do a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. Away some JTN merch.
I think that would work quite well.
I think that'd be pretty good. I would give away a copy of NR 2003, but pretty sure a bunch of people have already done that.
I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah. Can't give away an iRacing subscription. You know. We don't broadcast it. Do we?
No, I don't know. You tell me. You tell me, Joe.
Hey, We're in the market. We're listening. Our
We're
ears
in
are
the
always
market,
open.
We're looking around.
Business opportunities. We love them. Again, make sure you hit that subscribe button, though, folks. That's the best way to help support us here on JTN, is to make sure you're subscribed. Be a friend, tell a friend, too. Sharing the live streams with your friends, whatever videos, too. Listen to the Fake Racers podcast weekly here on JTN, on a bunch of our other little videos we post. All that does so much to help support us, and we really can't thank you folks enough for all that you do for us. Kind of liked, we did those last couple weeks before the NASCAR break, did some little short fun videos. At least I had fun, talking about little events in the Cup Series races. That was cool. Gonna have that Hendrick Motorsports kind of look into how they've improved in 2021 from 2020. That video is going to come out Saturday night. You're not going to want to miss that one. I spent a lot of time on it, and it's probably going to be horrendous. But you know what? Would really appreciate it if you tuned in and watched it. Look at I'm just doing great advertising for myself. Yeah, you're going to hate it, but please come watch it.
Hey, we hate this. You're gonna love it. But
no, I think it turned out pretty good. You guys will definitely enjoy. So just keep your eyes peeled for that one. That's why you want to be subscribed, because you'll get notified anytime something goes live here on the JTN YouTube. I think we gotta get another Oops All Crashes out too at some point. That was pretty successful.
now, Joe, we keep running out of stuff to say when they get off the carousel. I think I have something to say here, as we're going to be coming at green this time. Zach Rogers is going to be leading. We're going to be taking the green at 10 to go. So a 10-lap shootout between Zach Rogers and Brandon Hawken. This is going to be a wild one.
Look at that lane choice.
We could start to rule out some of that long-run speed. I think Rogers can just absolutely beat the absolute tar out of those tires, and that'll probably be enough to get him to the end of this without much issue.
Look at what lane he chose, though. He's going to choose the left lane here for the restart. That's an interesting choice.
That is, because he's going to be entering high, but you got to think that
that's how he got the lead.
If he throws it in deep enough and he could clear Brandon going into the turn, then he's going to have a really good run off. So it's sort of a balancing act. He's got to make sure he's really on that go-go pedal when they start waving the green flag. So let's see if he can put that Audi power down. Not Audi, Audi. I said it the right way. Audi. Oh. I like Audi better, honestly. More natural.
Field makes their way. They're going to come up the hill. They're going to go back down it, and they're going to be going green with 10 laps remaining in this one from Watkins Glen. Rogers with control. Green flag. We're back underway. Hawken beats him to the line.
Oh, Brandon Hawken beats him to the line. That 99 car rate should be right on it. Rogers wasn't prepared for it. Brandon Hawken's going to take the lead back coming into the S's.
And this, of course, folks, is your TWB 10 to go. And, well, from porches to patios for more, for all your outdoor lighting needs, is, Monty Keller, he just...
he skewered it.
Oh, my, and no caution.
No caution either.
I wanted to scream, but I couldn't scream. With those, let's get a look at that. We're going through the bus stop. There's a lot of stuff going on right now.
Man, I'm not sure what happened there, Joe.
Here's the replay what happened to the 028 Craftsman Chevrolet coming up through the S's. Like he's going to get loose on that entry, and then he locks up the brakes and runs out of room. All on your TWB 10 to go. And again, from porches to patios to more, for all your outdoor lighting needs, head on over to GardenLightsDirect.com. That's GardenLightsDirect.com. GardenLightsDirect.com here on your TWB 10 to go. That was pretty good.
No line here. Brandon Hawken to 112. Zach Rogers to 112. These guys are close at times. Rogers throws it deep into turn one. Almost gets to the back of the 99 of Hawkins. You can see how much he's thrown into those turns. Zach Rogers is not conceding to Brandon Hawken here. He's been throwing it in deep. You can see in certain turns, Brandon gets the advantage, and some other ones, Zach gets the advantage. It's just like a constant back and forth between these guys right now.
Constant back and forth indeed, Ricky. And time running out for Zach Rogers. I think we're going to keep seeing some more of those aggressive moves into these heavy braking zones from that 9 car.
Yeah, he kind of has to. He's really got to make sure that he is staying with this 99 machine if he wants a shot at this win. Cutting through the dirt there, making sure that he is hitting every single mark that Brandon's doing. They are just staying close together here. 99 gets a little lower in the carousel here. We'll see if that works, but Rogers looks like he's getting a pretty good run off the turn.
I mean, he's getting... Rogers is right there. It's just, he's gonna need something.
Gonna need something, or he's really got to get Brandon on entry on one of these turns if he's gonna want a shot at this. Let's see if he does it on turn 1 here again. You really see how deep he throws that in. He picks up a lot of time right there. Gets back to the throttle quick too.
Brandon's a little smoother, and I think that's where that 99's really beating the 9. 9's wild at the front right now.
You can see Brandon's doing the same thing, go through the S's though. He just raises those rumble strips every now and then. The car gets a little upset. I think Zach Rogers is doing exactly what he needs to do though. Keeping that pressure on Brandon, not letting him think that he's safe. You know, hitting the old intimidator button a little bit there to see if you can get something. Really kicking it out sideways, coming through. You're gonna get a lower entry into the carousel of Brandon. Brandon kind of got a little mucked up on the bus stop, but it seems like it's actually gonna give him a pretty good run off. But Zach Rogers is going to stay in tow. It is tough because last time by, only about 1/10 of a second difference between these guys. They were running very close lap times together here on track.
And it's a battle right now.
And caution is back out here at Watkins Glen. The 08 to Cook, it looks like.
Looks like he's around on the exit of the carousel.
He is all the way in nowhere land. Is
that the caution?
Yeah, it looks like he loses it coming off the carousel. I haven't seen anyone lose a car there yet tonight, so I think it gives you an idea how loose that 08 was. But he goes for a slide, kind of ends up in the outside of the water barrels over here and gets stuck in the Armco for a second. So
thought about taking the boot there too.
Lap 29 of 36 probably won't be the last you see these guys under green flag conditions by any stretch.
Tires?
Now's a good question, Joe. Do you pit now, or do you just sort of run what you got?
I say run what you got. I don't like giving up track position.
Fresh tires, man.
Yeah, but I don't like giving up track position. Brandon's a kind of a sit and duck out in front, right? Because maybe whatever he does, everyone else will do the opposite. You see there Cook, and it looks like he tries to take the boot here, it looks like. I believe they have it sectioned off. Danged if you do, danged if you don't, but I don't think that's really an accurate statement for that 99 because I feel like he's got enough speed. You talked about it. His times don't really fall off that much. Now, Zach Rogers was right there with Hawken with fresh tires, so I think even a couple laps on the 9, he's probably losing a decent chunk of lap time compared to the 99. So maybe he's thinking come down and take tires because that's going to give him a better shot at winning this race. But for Hawken, I mean, the fall off hasn't been there on the 99 car. Lap time wise to where I think it really warrants coming down pit lane, and if you can kind of keep some guys out there with you too, get you a little buffer zone, he'll be looking pretty good.
That is true.
Get that buffer zone, you'll be looking like the USSR at the start of the Cold War.
Back in the USSR. That's how we get copyright struck.
Exactly, because our singing is so good.
It's so good. It is
on point.
Basically on point.
You went to a Billy Joel concert this week?
Yep, shredded my throat.
Oh. Did you sing all the classics? Did you sing The Piano Man?
Yeah. You had to do all that research to make sure you knew what I was talking about.
Hey man, I wanted to make sure, you know, I never want to be wrong. I'm wrong a lot, but I don't want to be, you know what I mean? Did you sing the Uptown Girl? What about We Didn't Start the Fire? Any of those classics?
Yes, he did.
No, you. Did you sing them?
Yes.
Okay. Good. You know who I really wanted to see in person before they stopped touring? I don't think I'm gonna get the opportunity.
Yeah?
Elton John.
John.
Dude's a beast.
Just John?
Elton John.
Oh, Elton John, yeah. I mean, he's retiring pretty soon, so you got a lot of time left.
Well, kind of split decisions here. Top 5 gonna stay out, or at least top 5 staying out. With where we split, Magoo gonna be in 5th, then Lovell, Bauckham 4th and 3rd. doing this the complete opposite of what we normally do, flipping it on its head. Zach Rogers and Brandon Hawkins. So Hawkins going to stay out. Ricky J going to come down the pit lane. KJ also down. Chevy Chase, Nelly, Brain Fade, Silver Bullet, Terry Scott, Jerry Cook, all coming down the pit lane here. Lap 31 going to be going back green, it looks like, on lap 32, so that'll be 4 laps remaining in this one.
It's going to be a tight
5.
one, but we'll see what happens with these guys that pitted, because they're just all coming in taking 4 tires, so we'll see what that does. Like I said, I think it'll factor in for good track position. I don't know if it's going to get them at the leaders. I think the leaders will have had to pit too for it to really factor in. But we'll see. I think we should get the one to go here.
We should.
We should.
It'll be 5 laps remaining when we go back green flag racing.
And Joe, you got to think we're getting close to the point that if another caution comes out, that could be race. So we got to start keeping an eye out on that if we see more cautions.
Yeah, if it comes out that first or second lap, you're looking at getting a 2-lap, 1-lap shootout. But if we get 2-3 laps into this like we have the last couple times we've gone back green, we're not going to get back green. So these guys know if you're Brandon Hawkins in the 99, Zach Rogers, you know time is of the essence. You want to be the leader. Especially if that caution flag comes out before you take the white. And it's going to be race back to the line, too, with 5 laps to go. Who's got my back in chat?
Now the lights are off on that pace car, so we'll be going back. It'll be a tight one here between Zach Rogers and Brandon Hawkins. Rogers kind of keeps starting in that left lane. Obviously, he's not the leader now, but see if he can get back to the throttle before Brandon on the green flag. You guys saw Brandon do it the last time by. I don't think there's a... I don't think there's really a penalty for doing that, so he wants to make sure that he gets rolling quick here, does whatever he can to stay side by side with that 99. I think it's going to help him a lot on this restart if he can stay with him and not let Brandon start to space him out in the S's.
I mean, if you're Zach Rogers, your big move is going to be to try to get by him down through turn 1 like you did earlier in the race. If you're Brandon, you just want to get back going. No wheel spin. You want to keep that car pointed straight all the way down through turn 1 and hope that you're hoping that you can get through 1 in the lead, because once we get to those S's, I don't think anyone wants to be side by side racing up that hill.
Yeah, I would agree with you, but man, get ready. This is gonna get wild here. Gonna get a little crazy. He's gonna be going green with 5 laps to go. Brandon Hawkins gonna lead him back.
Lead him back. He's going to have Zach Rogers, who's outside, Robert Bachman, Greg Lovell, and Magoo, your top 5. First guy on new tires, it's KJ Kilojoules there in 6th. That orange car that's going to transition to blue as the camera changes. Getting ready to go back green flag racing. Hawkins with controls. We come up over the hill. 5 laps to go in this one, folks. Count them down because they're going to go quick. Green flag's back out here at Watkins Glen.
Brandon Hawkins gets a really good jump here. He's going to try to pull ahead. He gets it on Zach Rogers. KJ, the 029, coming from that eye line. Look at him making a move up there. KJ, the 029 machine. Just going to fall into that 4th spot. Brandon Hawkins going to hang on to the lead here. Zach Rogers in 2nd. Look at him fan out here coming up through the S's.
KJ trying to get 3rd from Robert Bachman. Looks like he's going to do it. So now he's going to set his sights on those 2 leaders. Again, fresh tires on that 029, 99, and 9 have about 3-4 lap older tires. Yeah,
and you see Brandon Hawkins really kicking it sideways through that bus stop. Hawkins is not like playing it safe out there. He has that thing on the ragged edge right now. But all these guys do, using all that runoff too. You see how much runoff he's just using there. He just wants that car to get as much momentum as possible, hit as much pavement. But look at Zach Rogers, how deep he can throw it into the turns here.
Well, these guys out front, they only have one mode, and it is go. They are on it right now, slinging the cars around this track. 4 laps to go this time at the line.
Brandon Hawkins holds his lead on Zach Rogers. Could be coming down into turn 1. Rogers doesn't have the spacing to get to Brandon just yet, but you see how deep he throws it in. Gets right back to that throttle. Turn 1. That car is handling really well in turn 1. You can just see how deep he could throw it in. That thing is configured beautifully for a good old road course dive bomb. And he is staying with Brandon Hawken here coming up through the S's.
He's just got to be close. Now, what he can do is he can try to make sure he gets a good run through those last 2 corners. Get a good run through here at the bus stop where he's been pretty strong in that 9 car. But if he can get a good run off that last corner to where he's got decent momentum on that 99, he's starting to pull the gap. Or close the gap, rather, excuse me. That's going to be how he sets himself up to try to outbreak the 99, try to get to his inside, outside, whatever it may be, kind of make him scared a little bit, maybe. I don't know if Brandon Hawkins, a guy that probably has ice in his veins, but...
Rogers gets really loose. He hangs on to it, but that's going to lose him a ton of time. KJ's going to get to the inside of him here.
We side by side through the last corner. Rogers holding tough on the outside. He scrapes the wall.
Arco.
KJ going to make the pass. He's clear.
Bill Jules takes that second spot. Oh my goodness, he ran a 110 last time by. That 029 is just coming right now.
He's moving. 3 laps to go in this one. Brandon Hawkins setting sail in a 99. Battle on for second. Zach Rogers trying to get back around the 029 of Kilojoules, KJ, after making a costly mistake through turn 10 on the last lap.
Brandon Hawkins just ran his fastest lap of the race, a 110.269. So let's see if KJ can use that rubber to his advantage. Or if Brandon just found something out quickly here in these last 2 laps.
It might be too little too late, Ricky.
It might be. We'll have to see. But Brandon Hawkins right now is just going to make it around here for 2 more times in hopes that this 029 cannot get back to him.
Further on back, Jared Cook. You saw that 08. He's still slinging it back there, trying to get around the level for position. Brandon Hawkins there. KJ way out into the runoff. Gonna be 2 laps to go, like you said, Ricky, this time at the line.
At the line, Zach Rogers gets back to the 029 to the inside of him. Rogers is going to get impatient here. He knows he has to get going here. If he wants to make a shot, if either of these guys wants to make a shot, the leader going to throw it in deep into turn 1, makes that pass. He has it. But I don't know. Here's the question. Can he catch Brandon Hawkins? Brandon Hawkins ran a 110.438. Zach Rogers racing the 029 ran a 110.674. Rogers ran a really fast lap, but it's like every time he runs a fast lap, Brandon runs a faster one.
I don't know where I've seen that before, Ricky.
It's like every time he finds some speed, every time he gets a fast lap, Brandon finds just a hair of speed out there just to keep that gap and just been consistent. But Zach Rogers pretty firmly has that second position again.
These two are wheeling it back here in second and third right now.
So further back here, 38 the 08 of Cook is starting to challenge the 118 of Robert Baca for that 4th spot. Jerry Cook's had a rough night here, but I would say walking away with a 4th position or 5th position honestly would be a pretty good way to cap off the evening with the kind of night that he's had. A few times around, a few times in the wall, and he's still rolling, he's still fast, and he's sizing up that 118 to make a pass on him.
Brandon Hawkins comes to the line. He sees the white flag one final time here from Watkins Glen. Hawkins just has to put together one more strong lap. Gary Cook, though, going to the inside of Robert Bauckham for the 4th position, down into 1.
Gary Cook gonna have that position, throws it in deep here. He makes the pass on Bauckham, clears him, gets back to the throttle. That Great Clips car just shaves on by him. That didn't work, but I'm just gonna commit to it.
Definitely got the clippers out there to clip the corner a little bit to make sure he made the pass.
Brandon Hawkins in the 1st spot here, just making sure that he gets through. All he's got to do is just finish this lap. You see KJ is just sliding it through that bus stop, using every single piece of fresh rubber on those tires. Get some time out of that car. Zach Rogers doing the same thing, but I think it's going to be a little too late here. Brandon Hawkins has got 2 more turns here to execute, and then this race is all his.
Just has to be steady through these last 2 corners. Brandon Hawkins makes it through 10, going down into 11, takes it nice and easy for how he drives it. Brandon Hawkins comes off the final corner. He's going to win it here at Watkins Glen.
Zach Rogers going to take 2nd. Kilojoules 3rd. Jerry Cook hits the wall coming off 4th. He is loose sideways all over the place, but he comes to the line. He's going to take that 4th spot. And we'll round out our top 5.
What a race.
Great charge back by that 08 car.
Move on to our post-race coverage. Get those results on your screen momentarily. Talk with our top 3 drivers after this one here tonight. It'll be Brandon Hawkins, Zach Rogers, and BSR Kilojoules KJ. 2 retirees from this one, Andrew Miller, Monty Keller, both involved in incidents that didn't bring out a yellow flag. Hawkins right now, he's waving to all the fans here, coming down from Canada to beat up on these Americans.
Yeah, it's the Great Lakes region's pretty close to Canada. Not a big, just a hop, skip, and a jump there for him.
You see, the threads we use to tie things together, they are very thin. To come around to the start-finish line, grab his checkered flag. Brandon Hawkins victorious in that number 99 Toyota Camry. Got a PTR sticker on it?
He's got a PTR sticker. He always got a PTR sticker on it.
Put it down, Brandon Hawkins, winner here. The Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series at Watkins Glen. Apparently it's hard to do burnouts here.
Yeah, I would imagine so, depending on how you have that first gear.
So Hawkins wins night 2 of our 3-night event here at Watkins Glen, Ricky. A great race. Indeed, that 99 dominant all night long from flag to flag. Gonna get rewarded with the victory. What was the biggest takeaway here tonight?
And I think just how fast that 9 Red Bull machine Zach Rogers was, that he made it all the way up through the field once, all the way up through the field twice, and then I think he did it twice. But man, that car was fast.
Have to think.
Brandon Hawkins a good fight there, but man, there's Brandon Hawkins at a road course. It is tough to get past that 99.
I mean, Zach mentioned it just as much last night. It's always going to be hard to beat that 99, but especially here on the road courses. Brandon knows how to do these lefts and rights just a little bit better, it seems like, than most of his competitors. Another victory here on the road course for Brandon Hawkins. We're going to get those results on your screen momentarily. We'll talk again with our top 3 drivers after this one once they make their ways into the media center. Yeah, 3 very different interviews. I have a feeling. 3 very different races for these drivers here tonight.
Yeah, I would say so.
And Brandon Hawkins going to take home a prize presented by the Bomb Squad Racing Clubhouse. Thank Clubhouse for putting together a little prize package, helping involve us here on JTN. On your screen, then we'll go ahead and we'll talk with our 3rd place finisher driver, the number 029 Chevrolet Corvette KJ. Up and down night for you and that team, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was not my finest moments tonight, but we got a 3rd out of it. I don't know how, but I guess we'll take a 3rd. Maybe had a 2nd place car, but the driver pretty much screwed up tonight several times. So, yeah, we'll take a top 3 and just go on to the next one.
Let's talk about that, because you popped in chat. We got the pit road reporting, or whatever you want, in-race reporting, whatever you want to call it. Talked about the car popping out of gear. What was that problem exactly?
I don't know if I didn't shift it all the way into the gear or not, but when I looped it there through turn 10, it popped out of gear and it went into neutral. And then when I put it back into gear, it over-revved it and it just looped it. And then going into the bus stop one time, it popped out of gear again. And I just drove it straight through the bus stop, not to wreck it. So there was a lot of, since we're on the broadcast, there was a lot of crap going on tonight. Some of it was self-inflicted and some of it was, I don't even know what happened. But we'll salvage tonight and take a 3rd. You can't beat that considering all the stuff that happened tonight. Kept all the fenders on it, no damage tonight, just driver mistakes.
I was going to say, even when you looped it there, you looped it, you stayed out of trouble, didn't hit any of the barriers, but how much confidence does it give you? You know, these road courses, they come down to a lot of driver skill. How much confidence does it give you now? Finishing, you finished 2nd last night, finishing 3rd here tonight. How much confidence does that give you behind the wheel? I know the schedules, I don't think we go to another one of these road courses for the rest of the year, but that's got to feel good, kind of being a good testament to your driving ability.
Yeah, I got second. I got third tonight. So we're either going to get fourth or we're going to win. I mean, got to be one of the two. I've never been a natural road course racer. It's just a lot of practice, and I can wheel a car pretty good, even with the setup's not quite right. So I got to kind of work the car and muscle it. But I'm always pretty good. I run into the front here. I just sometimes I make mistakes or I'll blow a gear or something. But yeah, pretty confident going to tomorrow night. But we'll see what happens. Judged off the last 2 nights, something's crazy happened, or I made a mistake. So, but I did have some good restarts going to turn one there on the outside, 3 wide.
Hey, last question then. Let's talk about it. That last restart came down, got fresh tires. Those top 5 stayed out. You're able to pass 2 there on the outside down through 1. That's how confident were you in that, making that move? How good did it feel to make it? And then was that what really helped set you up to finish third here tonight?
Well, when I pitted, I came back out in the same place before I pitted. So I was like, okay, I mean, can't beat that. And I had the outside line, so I knew I had all that racetrack in turn 1. And I did it a couple times early in the race. I just didn't make it out of the corner, especially with Ricky. Me and Ricky had contact, but I knew I could get down in the corner and just drive it in a little longer, a little deeper than everybody else, and kind of just dime in the corner, and I'd get a good run off the corner. I didn't think I was going to clear both of them. I was trying just to clear the 5th place car, but I mean, I looked out and I got 2 cars, 1 corner. Then me and Zach were racing at the end for 2nd place.
Hey, racing for 2nd place, racing for the win last night. Just means, like you said, you're either going to finish 4th, but I doubt that. You're probably going to win tomorrow night. Complete the trifecta of podium finishes here at Watkins Glen. KJ, congratulations on another great run here tonight. Before we let you go, I know you got people to thank, and don't forget about the top of your list.
I'm going to do that first.
There you go. Floor's yours.
I get a shout out to my wife, Jessica. I think she was watching something. She went to bed. So give a shout out to her first before I forget. Congrats to Brendan here on the win. Good racing, Zach, for second there at the end. We were pretty even there. Also, like always, thank you and Ricky here in the booth, Joe, at JTN, for broadcasting the race. Let's see. Zach, Brian Voiles and Voiles Trucking sponsored the race tonight. Zach's tomorrow night. So thank you, Brian and Kathy Voiles, for sponsoring the race. As always, thanks to all the admins that run the league here for putting the series and the league together, letting everybody race every night. Where did Matt finish? Matt had some issues tonight. Matt had a decent car, but I think he had internet issues. Ricky, I don't know if y'all see it on the broadcast. Ricky just went straight through the bus stop. I think he blew a gear or something. So Ricky had some tough luck there, but it was actually a really good race. The Cup cars usually put on a pretty good race here. A little bit of fall off, not too bad, but just enough to have to set up kind of changed a little bit throughout the run. So it was a good race. Looking forward to tomorrow night, and I will see y'all tomorrow night.
KJ, thanks for taking the time to talk with us. Congratulations once again on another great finish here at Watkins Glen, and good luck again with tomorrow night's race. It's going to be another fantastic one here from Watkins Glen with all you guys. Thanks for taking the time to talk with us.
All right, thank you, guys. I can't remember if I said it, but good win, Brandon. If I didn't say it, good win.
KJ Kilojoule's 3rd place finisher here tonight from Watkins Glen. We're now going to go ahead. We're going to bring in our 2nd place finisher, driver, the number 9, Zach Rogers. Zach, I don't think it's the finish that you wanted, but you kind of telegraphed what was going to happen tonight last night when we got to talk to you in Victory Lane. Take us through tonight's race.
I would say, all things considered, this was the finish I wanted after KJ passed me for 2nd there. 2nd place became what I wanted. But, last second in practice, setup change was made there. Me and Ricky got to run Brandon's setup. It's really nice. I got to thank Brandon for that. I spun it out early. I think I clipped the curbing there or something, and I had to work my way back forward. And I had a teensy bit of back end damage, and it had me kicking it out a little more. So I was taking it really easy. There was no point chasing Ricky when he was 7 seconds ahead of me there at one point. And I feel bad about punching Ricky through turn 10 there. That's not what I wanted to do there. I didn't expect him to break that early. And then everything went downhill for him after that. But it was a good race. I had a lot of fun racing behind Brandon. It's good to see him back out on track. Richard invited him back out here, so I think partly due to the shout out last night. But it was a lot of fun tonight. I'll admit, it's great to race someone as good as Brandon anytime.
Hey, he's always good here, but you've been good here, and you've proved that the last 2 nights. You were able to you came through the field twice. But Ricky, what was it, like 6 or 7 positions and 3 or 4 laps here or something, and the field was so close. Pretty much the field was within 2 seconds of each other, which it's going to sound like a lot to the folks at home, but here on a road course, that is really good. How do you? Because last night you didn't have to do it as much because you were out front for most of the night. But how do you kind of work on making those passes? We saw you. Do you take the approach of more, being really aggressive into the braking zones, or are you a guy that likes to set up your corner exit speed to try to get by somebody down a straightaway?
Well, a lot of these guys are very respectful. They know I'm like 2-3 seconds faster than them, so I'm super patient when it comes to that. You can't expect them to brake as hard or go through the corner as fast. So I basically just brake a lot earlier than I think they're going to, and I just try and get close to them on the exit of a corner, and then they kind of just say go ahead, and I get the move on them there. I peek to the left and they say go, or whatever, however you want to phrase it. But you just got to be really patient, because when you're that much faster than somebody, if you try and go into the corner as if they're not there, you're just gonna demo derby half of them.
I think that's a good way. Yeah, I mean, it goes to talk about the guys here at Bomb Squad. A lot of respect given on track. And folks, remember, if you want to join Bomb Squad Racing, we got their website linked in the description below. Zach, can't thank you enough for taking the time to talk with us after this one. I know it's not the finish you wanted. Everyone obviously wants to get to victory lane, but a good finish nonetheless. Before we let you go, though, the floor is yours. Sponsors, family, friends, floor is yours. Just don't invite Brandon back again, because I don't think that bodes well for the rest of the drivers out there either.
Oh, you're gonna have to talk to Ricky about that one. But I'll give a shout out to Red Bull for being my energy boost every day. I was on the car here tonight. Give a shout out to KJ. That was great hard racing between me and him there at the end. Shout out to Ricky, who apparently was not using auto clutch this whole time, so now maybe he'll stop blowing gears. And then, of course, shout out to Brandon, the GOAT, the legend, the Canadian road course master. There is no one better as far as I can see. And everyone here at Bomb Squad Racing for putting this on. And we got another broadcast with you guys tomorrow night, so I'm looking forward to that one too. And hopefully I'll have more than 6 hours of sleep for that one. So thanks again, guys.
Hey, Zach, thanks for having us out for those two extra races here at Watkins Glen this week. Can't thank you enough for your support of us here on JTN. Again, congratulations on the great second place run here tonight, and can't wait to see what happens tomorrow night, and extra good luck tomorrow night, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us after this one.
Thanks, guys.
Zach Rogers, driver the number 9, second place finisher here tonight. We're going to go ahead and bring in our winner. He's been down in victory lane. Brandon, is it fair to say you know your way around victory lane here at Watkins Glen?
Oh, I don't know. Actually,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, be quiet.
Okay.
Always very humble, Brandon Hawken. I mean, this is your biggest win ever, right? I mean, this is the most people you've ever had watch you sim race. I mean, it's all those things tonight, right? Best sim race broadcast partner. No, but for folks at home, Brandon's big sim race iRace guy, so it was good to see him here tonight. Brandon Hawken Racing on Twitter, right, and Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. But Brandon, talk about, because Ricky and I, we've raced against you. We know this. I mean, I know when I see that 99 coming up behind me, if I don't get out of its way sometimes, it's going to pass me one way or the other. What makes you so good here on the road courses? Is it experience? Is it a mentality that you have coming in? Is it some combination of all different things? What makes you so good here on the road courses, especially?
Well, first, just want to say hi, hey guys. Been quite a while actually.
Dang.
Yeah, good to be back. And I just really like Watkins Glen. It's a really fun track, and it's got some nice like heavy braking, got some really fast corners, and it's just a really cool track overall. So yeah, I just really like racing there, and just get like kind of I don't know, I just it's just sort of I just sort of like them, I guess. Like turn slowing down to turning right. Stuff they really like to do. So yeah, just have a lot of fun at road courses, especially in a stock car. Just like something so cool about wheeling a big heavy stock car around a track that it probably shouldn't be on. So yeah, just a really good time.
What extra challenges kind of come into play when you're, because this is, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time you've run here this year, I would assume.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, what kind of extra challenges come into play when you're racing with a new group of guys, especially when you have a fast car and you know you're going to be in contention for a victory?
Yeah. The big part was probably just trying to get iRacing out of my brain, and it actually didn't take too long. It was pretty cool. I feel like on NR, it's just like so ingrained in my head that it didn't take too long. So yeah, it's good to get some laps back in on NR, and I was just doing little bit of setup work and a lot of fuel mileage and all that sort of stuff, and just trying to get like back in the groove of NR, because it's quite a lot different than other sims, and so yeah, probably the biggest part was just like relearning sort of the tire model, how it works, what you can get away with as far as sliding and everything, and so that was probably the biggest challenge going in, and then coming back to BSR, it's a great group of guys. I haven't driven there since probably a couple years ago, so yeah, it was great seeing everybody again, and had a really good battle with Zach and Ricky and KJ. It was just good old time, just like it used to be. It was a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. Dave, this is the second race the second race you've been in that we've broadcast, and now I believe you're 2 for 2. That's got to feel pretty good. What you talked about that, get iRacing out of your brain. What exactly does that mean? What do you have to get out? What do you have to kind of change? Because we all know NR is like the grandfather, right? It's a little older, it's a little slower. What's the big difference that you have to kind of get out of your head, out of your rhythm from iRacing to come back to the old school things?
I think probably the biggest difference is, again, just the tire model. It's on iRacing, you slip a tire once and your run's basically over. So
Yeah.
It's great being on a sim where the tire model kind of makes sense, and it's just a lot of fun. You can slide the car around a little bit, and you don't have to totally worry about completely destroying your tires. Which is what probably should what it should be like. But of course, the tires do heat up pretty quickly, so yeah, you got to watch out for that, but they do cool back down again though. So there's quite a lot of a difference between the two, and of course the physics and stuff are outdated, I guess, but it still holds up like really well. So it's just a testament to like what they were able to do back in 2002, 2003 with these sims, because it's just a joy to drive on here.
Brandon, it's always a joy to have you. Get a chance to talk with you, pick your brain on, because you're so experienced here in the sim racing world and even in the real racing world. Congratulations on the win. You're also going to be taking home some JTN merch from our presented by our friends here at Bomb Squad. They're going to hook you up with some JTN merch. But before we let you go, the floor is yours. Sponsors, family, friends, guys here. If you got anyone to thank, now's the time to do so.
Well, I'd just like to thank everybody at BSR for putting this thing on. It's an awesome group of guys to race with. They're all really friendly and just a really good time. Zach put up a really good fight there, especially in the later stages, and it was just a really fun race. And you guys in the JTN booth, it's been a while since I talked to you guys. And so it's great to talk to you guys again. And we'll see if we can make some more of these. I've been planning my NR return for quite a while. Last race I did, it was the last fast race of the season in 2020. So it was definitely a lot longer than I wanted it to be, but I'm glad I finally got NR set up again and started just decided to race tonight. So it was really fun, and yeah, we'll see if we can make some more races shortly.
Hey, can't wait to see it, Brandon. Congratulations once again on the win. Again, folks, you can find him at Brandon Hawkin Racing on Twitter to keep up with more of his exploits in the sim racing world. Always a good follow, always a good watch. Brandon, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us after this one, and congratulations once again on the victory.
Thanks, guys.
And Ricky, that's going to do it for our coverage here from Watkins Glen. Another great race in Bomb Squad Cup Series. Next week we're going to Indianapolis, though. It's going to be a fun time there at a very, very historic race facility.
Yeah, it will be. Indianapolis is always fun. Always puts on a wild time in NR. Not really sure why, because you kind of go to Indy and you think it's going to be sedate, but now that high-speed one-lane racetrack, I've had so many fun times in Indy. It should be an absolute riot.
It's going to be so much fun, folks, and we're back at you again tomorrow night, 9:05 p.m. Eastern, with Watkins Glen BSR Xfinity Series action, so you're not going to want to miss that one. Again, a big thanks to Brian and Kathy Voiles, all the folks at Voiles Trucking, for helping put these shows on, for helping the boys here at Bomb Squad put on some great sim racing. And if you want to join, make sure you head on over to their website, linked in the description below. But folks, that's going to do it for us here tonight on JTN. For all of us at JTN, for Bristol, our producer, for Ricky Klett, I've been Joe Twinsky. Have a fantastic rest of your evening. We'll see you guys again tomorrow, live, right here on JTN. So long for now, folks. Yeah, and they're going to be 3 wide coming to the checkered. Never mind, they're gonna be. Oh,
and Maverick!
turn wide!
Who did that?
Turn 4 into the tri-oval. Whitehill is through the grass. It's gonna be Noah Joyce winning his first career race in the Red Bull Cup Series.
All right, and they're wrecking behind them. We got cars flying everywhere. Cars upside down, but it doesn't matter. Noah Joyce has done it. He's won at Daytona in the 3 car.
Musa's gonna.
Oh, he's gonna use that apron!
He's gonna use the apron.
They're gonna be side by side! Coming off the corner! Boy, back to the inside. It's gonna be a drag race to the line. Musa gets it!